Best friend, you busy? Can we talk for a minute? Just for one brief second. I wasn't gonna say anything about this. I was gonna keep my mouth shut. For once, you were not gonna get my 2 cents about this. However, it has now officially bothered me, and I wanna address the issue. Let me just start off by saying God is love. God is the definition of love. Um, and nobody on this earth is perfect. This Kim Burrell situation is really getting on my nerves at this point. Um, and I feel like a lot of the judgment, a lot of the hatred, a lot of the backlash, or whatever you want to call it, is coming from the gay community, the LGBTQ. I think that's all the letters. It's coming from like the gay community. And the gay, I guess the gay Christian community, the gay religious community. Um, what I'm probably gonna say is gonna step on some people's toes, whatever, but I'm just gonna speak my piece. It seems like everybody can speak their piece for the past, we're going on almost 2 weeks now. Everybody can speak their piece. I'm gonna speak my little 2 cents and I'm gonna go get into bed. Um, Everybody loves Kim Burrell for her voice. It was never about her having the best hair, the best makeup, she can dance, she has the best clothes. It was always about the voice. She was given the title of vocal Bible. She can do things vocally that a lot of women cannot do, and she cannot be compared. Now she's a preacher, she's a minister, she has her own church, her own ministry, and she stood before her pulpit, she stood before her congregation, and she said some things that many don't agree with. I think they were also wrong. I will say that. I think that something that came out of her mouth were absolutely out of line and absolutely wrong. However, if you don't know better, you don't do better, you don't speak better. One thing I love about the church that I go to, World Changer Church International with Creflo Dollar, one thing they're really big on is changing your words, changing your thinking. And I've learned a lot of that. I've learned how to not live in fear. And I've learned, you can't have faith and be fearful at the same time. It's one or the other. I've learned to choose your words wisely. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the perfect one. I'm petty. I can be messy. I can be shady. Like, you guys know this already. But if you don't know better, you don't do better. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, she's grown now. She's 44. She's been around for a long time. By now, it's no excuse. She should know better. But then you go and say, she should know better because she hangs around gays anyway. But these same gays who do her hair, who do her makeup, who whatever they do for her, did not have these personal conversations to help her change her thinking. For instance, as a teacher, in order to be a teacher, you have to learn and get your certificate on being a teacher and what teachers do. And then you take what you learn and teach other people. So if she was taught all her life, this, and homosexuality is perverted, and whatever she said, she's gonna teach that. So if somebody would have come along and said, hey, let's just erase that way of thinking. Let's change that way of thinking. This is what's up. This is what's going on in the world. This is what's going on in the community. This is the real. This is the now. This is the thing. Let me teach you this. Let me put this in your system. Let me ingrain this in your heart, in your spirit, and help you whatever. So then you can take this and teach your congregation and whatever it takes. However, nobody has done that. But everybody's judging her like you're literally taking awards away from her. That had nothing to do with what she said. She's being honored for her voice and for her vocal ability and for what she's done musically. And you're taking all that away, taking jobs, taking money out of her pocket because of what she was taught. and how she took what she was taught and she teached it, and she taught somebody else. Horrible grammar, sorry. But you're taking her music away from her and letting her mistake like ruin her life. And it's not right. Like, and it's crazy because these same people who are doing this swear they love God, swear they love Jesus, swear they are Christian, swear they go to church. But if you really do, you know that we all make mistakes and we're not perfect. So I just don't understand why we're like bashing her and trashing her instead of saying, hey, that was wrong, this is what's up. Because you guys did the same exact thing to Tone when he came out as a Christian artist but was giving you faux locks and high-waisted, wide-leg plaid pants because he was different but still giving honor to God, and you couldn't take it. So what's current now was not hot then and you could handle it. So you trashed him and threw him out of the church, and now you want him back. And I can guarantee you the same exact thing will happen to Kim Burrell. You're gonna miss her vocal ability, what she can do for music, what she can do for jazz, for gospel, for whatever it is. You're gonna miss her. You're gonna want her back after you just sat there and trashed her and tore her down instead of joining in and being there to support her and lift her up and say, hey, you made a mistake. Here's the right way. When a child makes a mistake, they don't know better, you teach them, or you may discipline them or whatever. But she's done it over and over and over and over and over again. This is one mistake. Maybe she has done it over and over again, but you only have proof of one mistake. And y'all are wearing her thin, clean out over one mistake. If you don't know better, you don't do better. She did not know better. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're taught the same thing for 44 years, 55 years, 100 years, you're gonna do that same thing forever and ever and ever. For instance, her weight. As we all know, she came out as a big girl. So if she would have took that forever and never knew that there's a healthier way, there's a way you can lose weight, eat better, take care of yourself, she would have been the same humongous, huge, overweight girl that she was back in the day instead of what she became recently. So I would really appreciate these Christian church Bible thumping people to lead by example and stop trashing her. Give her back her awards of what's due to her, because some of y'all don't deserve what you have. But yet God is still faithful to give you what you have, and you don't deserve it. No matter how many mistakes you've made. How many niggas you done slept with, unprotected, but God still favors you. How many people you have done wrong, but God still favors you. How many times you have done God wrong, and he still loves you and favors you. One human makes one mistake, and you act like you're God, and you rip her to shreds. It's absolutely unacceptable. So I feel sorry for her, because she made a mistake. Instead of somebody stepping in and saying, hey, that was wrong, this is the right thing to do. Everybody has trashed her, and it's unacceptable because it's coming from church people. Or people who say they love God, or say, Jesus, they're just Bible thumping Christian people. I can't take it anymore. It's ridiculous. I've said my piece. I'm done. I'm not talking about it anymore. Don't ask me about it anymore. Me and my blue and purple man bun are going to sleep because this is ridiculous. Thank you, best friend. Love you all. Good night.